Greetings, fellow traveler, and welcome.
It's the summertime. It's summertime vibes. Hot coffee. Doesn't make sense. 2 screens, 2 cameras, 2 recordings. What's that about? Tell me useful things that I can do with a second screen. There's got to be something clever that you can do. 2 computers. I mean, the thing is, this is older than this one. They're not connected. I don't know. But what a privilege, eh? To be in. Pondering what you're going to do with a second screen. I know. The quality, though, on this camera is much better than this one, though. That's something. New angle, though. We're doing some more. This is a little commission that I was commissioned to do for Gekkoh. Go check him out. I'll link down below. Musician, artist. I've been commissioned before by them, so that's always cool when someone comes back. And just wanted like some lo-fi, atmospheric, landscapey GIF animation. And I sketched out a few thumbnails. They were happy with this one. We chatted about the color scheme. We knew we wanted it kind of that sort of, not vaporwavy, but that sort of bluey, purpley kind of evening vibe. They sent a lot of references, which is always good, always useful. And I made this. Sure, I didn't have a time to do too much animation, so the final GIF, there's not tons going on. If I had more time to work on it, I think I would have, developed maybe more of the atmosphere, more maybe leaves rustling, clouds moving along. But what you got a little waterfall, you got some fireflies glowing. Very simple animation, but it was fun little drawing to do, fun little commission. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing all right out there. On the other side of the screen. To carry on the vibe from the last video, I'm just feeling the internet is devoid of, maybe it's just me and maybe truly it's just my age, but it's feeling like the internet is getting smaller and smaller, and it feels like there's less connection, and it feels like all these sites that have been around for ages are just losing their spark. Like Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they're all sort of just dwindling away. Or at least that's just how it feels. It's sad. It's annoying. It just feels like there's less fun to be had on the internet. There's less interaction. To share your stuff, to post your stuff, it just feels like there's less engagement across the board for everyone. And I know that's not even that new to say. We all know that that's going on, kind of. Everyone talks about that. But I've just been busy working on commission stuff, working on game projects. I've had a few days off. I went to go visit home. Now I'm back. I've got 3 days in a row coming up working my part-time job, and then I've got another week off. Hopefully I can get a lot of work done and also have some relaxing times. Completed Elden Ring. Platinum Elden Ring. Humble brag. Is that even a brag? Or is that just sad? No, it's not. Speaking of, I'm a bit of a completionist. I'm a bit of a trophy hunter. If I'm playing a game and I'm enjoying it, I will often look at the trophies, analyze them all, see if it's doable, and go for it. Long story short, had an really old email account that I used to set up my Xbox Live, that I haven't gone on in, at least over 10 years. I don't have an Xbox anymore. I used to have an Xbox 360. That was the last console I had, Xbox-wise. I had a bit of a kind of security scare. Nothing major, nothing unusual. I was just thinking, well, why have I got this old email hanging around that I never use? It's not connected to anything apart from my Xbox Live account. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to bite the bullet and I'm going to get rid of this email. I'm going to delete this email because I don't want to be have this weird email that just might get hacked. So I went ahead and deleted it, meaning my Xbox Live account and all that precious gamer score gone. Done. What's life after gamer score, eh? Where are you in your life when you can just get 50,000 gamer score? Why was it points? And then just delete it. Those weeks of my life on COD and Halo 3, as if they never happened. Don't know what I'm going on about. My new tactic. Let's talk about advice. What gets you motivated to draw? Is it my videos? Oh, you shouldn't have said that. Thanks, though. You know, you're not feeling creative. You're not in the mood. You haven't done art in a while. You're struggling. You're going, oh, God, I'm not working hard enough. What's wrong with you? You're chilling. You're doing nothing. Maybe you've just got Netflix on. You're just watching it or whatever. You're in a zone where you're watching it. You're listening to something. You're not really doing anything else. Even if you're not feeling creative, get that sketchbook out. Do a little doodling. See where it goes. Because I guarantee you, I bet you, even if you don't like the thing that you're doodling, it will at least get you past that block, that sort of, I'm not doing anything and I'm not drawing. Because what I've found is over the past week or so, I've actually done 2 really cool drawings that I'm pretty pleased with, one more than the other. They worked out okay. I like them. I've recorded my coloring process, so you'll see them eventually. Whenever I get round to making one of these, what really helped was just sort of treating it like you're just doing it on the side. You're not sitting at your desk going, right, I'm gonna draw now. And I feel like it will trigger ideas. It did for me anyway, and that's cool. What are you saying? I don't give you top tips, helpful advice. What are you saying when I'm giving you little knowledge gems? Precious little gems like that. You can take that to the bank. Take them away. Solid, ambiguous advice. Not to change subject too drastically, but to somewhat switch gears. I've always felt in myself that I'm very confident in myself and what I want. Confident in who I am and sort of my trajectory. I'm talking in a sort of career, work, life kind of way that like I want to draw, make art, and you know, I'm not gonna necessarily I struggle maybe to go out of my way to think of things in terms of career, money and job when it comes to art, because I find it so important to me, that just my pure working on stuff, that maybe that's holding me back in pursuing things that might be like seen as amazing, might be seen as, well, that's what you should go for, you should go that direction, or you should change and work on this aspect so you can do that job or do this job. And I'm sort of like, in the back of my head, I've always just thought, well, if I don't want to do it, why would I then pursue it? If I'm not actively wanting to make this type of art or wanting to do this type of work, and that's the type of work that's needed to go for X job or Y job, then why would I want to do it in the first place? You know, why would I want to get somewhere where I'm doing a job where I'm not making art that I really, really like? And I think that maybe some people struggle with that. I think some people think that sort of the ends justify the means kind of thing, and in a not a kind of a sinister way, just in a like, well, that's the goal, so you should do whatever you can to get there. But maybe some people lose track of why they're doing anything. You know, how did I get onto it? I think what I'm trying to say is you're doing good with whatever you're doing, and that there's effectively nothing in this world, job-wise, that is more important than you simply existing, getting through the day, and trying to be happy. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm coming up with the same shit that's been said countless times. I feel like in a roundabout way, what I'm trying to get to is my own version of saying that same hippy-dippy Buddhist-y idea that we truly are just all suffering because of desire. Our silly little brains just want to do something, and because you can't create something out of thin air, and that we're all just constantly thinking about other things while we try and get on.
But that's what it's like these days. Things get so busy that, you know, I don't know if I'm living sometimes or if I'm doing a to-do list. And then I don't know whose to-do list it is sometimes.
should be making more content. I should be doing more paid work. I should be doing more personal work. I should be watching more movies. I should read more books. I should be going for more hikes. Probably check my email.
I don't know if you had it with ayahuasca, but with DMT, that's that weird familiarity people report, which I certainly experienced, where you're like, oh, I know this place. There was nothing to be afraid of. This is just a place of love and joy and delight. And fuck, I've been so hard on myself.
Yeah.
I was a cockroach for 50 incarnations. Just like you said earlier. What was I doing? What was I doing beating myself up?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
I'm doing great.
Then you might like these passages that I'm going to read. I am not here to compete. I am here to grow and be free. Every time we compete with others, we are already losing because we are forgetting that life is not a race to be won, but a journey we embark on to build our inner peace and wisdom. We create non-existent competitions in our minds when we get carried away by the delusions of ego. The conditioning of society, combined with our attachment to I, me, and my, creates a scenario in which only a few can succeed. Having a world built on competition has created a situation in which humanity is overflowing with misery. We thought we had a win to harm each other.
You can't transform yourself. You can't make yourself sane. You can't make yourself loving. You can't make yourself unselfish. And yet it's absolutely necessary that we be that way. It's absolutely necessary. If we are going to hand over the direction of nature to nature, which is what it comes to, it's absolutely necessary that we let go of ourselves, and it can't be done. Not by anything that we call doing it, acting, willing, or even just accepting things. You can't do it. Why? Because you don't really exist as that kind of a separate ego or personality. It's just an idea based on a phony feeling.
When I started to realize that all this shit is made up, it literally shifted my perspective on everything. Money, time, gender, race, everything. And like, look, actually let's even specifically talk about things like beauty, money, working, productivity. All of these cultural values are made up, but the issue is, whose imagination are we living in? And that is why colonialism is so dangerous, because we are living within the imagination of white colonial men who decided what it means to be beautiful, what it means to be worthy, what it means to be productive. Why is productivity?
You were put on this planet to experience, not accomplish.
I've been saying this for the longest time. Look, mental health struggles are a really big deal in this society. And the reason why is because everything about the way this society is structured and ran goes against our nature. This is a big reason why every time I see videos with those successful business gurus teaching the mindset and habits of successful people, I kind of cringe because I can see through it. And even if the advice they're giving is valuable when it comes to attaining career success, it's not going to help 99% of people. And it's because most people can't operate outside of their nature. They just don't know that. So instead, they think they're lazy. They think they're low value because that's the mindset the higher ups bestowed upon society by way of extreme technology, so that we would all capitulate in their favor to avoid being labeled as lazy or quote low value.
The thing that I think about at least once a day, every single day, is like, you know how companies have like their meetings where they talk about like how to grow the numbers and how to increase revenue and stuff. I'm just like, why don't we not grow the numbers? Like, what if we just don't grow them? What if we're just like, we reached the number, like the number has been reached and we don't have to grow it anymore?
You should be practicing drawing, should learn to play guitar, should call my mom, should think about the moon, eat more vegetables, should drink more water, should make a video about this.
Don't do things just because you think you're gonna get something for it. That's not why we do things. Yeah. Do what's interesting to you. Follow what's interesting. Don't worry about the outcome.
Yeah.
We don't know. We can't predict the outcome. We can never predict the outcome. Follow your own inner guide. It directs us. It might not make sense.
The secret ingredient is nothing.
Huh? You heard me. Nothing. There is no secret ingredient.
when you have the balls to go into the darkness and all of a sudden you realize that darkness was a complete illusion. All the darkness and negativity and spooky shit and guilt and fear and crap you thought was inside you and all the bad things you thought you've done and all the things that you feel terrible about secretly, you realize that's nothing. It's an illusion. The universe loves you. You're completely embraced by the entire universe. You're an incremental part of the functioning of the cosmos, and you're an incredible, wonderful, perfect fucking thing. And when you get a glimpse of that, it's the greatest feeling ever, because you're healed. Because that's what true healing is, man. True healing is realizing you were never sick in the first place.
And even if you are completely and utterly just at peace, that you're always going to have that one little tiny strand that's going, oh, I could do that. Or like, I want to do that. I want to get there. Ain't that just the worst? Was that anything? The guy who commissioned this drawing said they would link to my time lapse, and I always feel slightly odd when people say that they're going to do that, because I know that verbally it's just going to be a rambly mess of garbage over the top of their art that they've commissioned. I'm saying all this shit while this is going on. What's been going on? We binge watched all of Succession. Good show. We started watching Barry. We've almost finished Barry. Also good show. Love how it's sort of a weird cross between, I want to say Hot Fuzz, Shaun of the Dead style comedy. Bit of like Breaking Bad. It's a well done show. It gets way better. I feel like season 1, it is like okay, and then it gets much better. They find their groove in how sort of like ridiculous and surreal they can kind of get with it. Maybe this is something that I'm going to do for ages. Maybe it's something that one day I'm just going to stop and not make another video. But I appreciate everyone that's come with me so far. Maybe some point I should probably just try and do another animation. And that most people probably found my YouTube through my animations, my few animations that I made. And so that is always at the back of my mind that I should probably just like work on something. But what are you going to do? Huh? Are you going to change your ways? I should. I think I've done quite a few, I've made quite a few drawings. So I can post some more videos. I don't know why I'm not. I'm sort of, in my head I'm thinking, if I just leave a big enough gap and just do loads of art and film it, then eventually I'll just have loads of content to post. So even though I'll have posted nothing for ages, I'll be able to post lots eventually. I've started playing Season. It's pretty good. I'm also going to start playing Fire Emblem Engage, and then eventually everyone's playing Tears of the Kingdom, and I do want to start it, but part of me sort of wants to hold off for a bit. I know it's going to be really good and take a lot of time, so I don't want to just, I don't mind not playing it for a while I play a few other little games. I hope your art's going all right. I hope your creative projects are going okay, and I hope you're getting by. I started playing and then completed Pokemon Yellow, and I've moved on to Pokemon Crystal now. I play that while I'm not doing anything. I'm carrying on going, making loads of cards, drawing loads of cards. It's cool. I don't want to say it and then not do it, but I do want to one day when I have the chance just maybe do a live stream. So look out for that. It'll be a surprise one. It'll be a test one, I guess. I did one before. There was an awful test when I had shit internet. But now I have good internet. So I want to test it again. And I'll just hang out and like do a bit of drawing maybe. But forget I said that, alright? Lo-fi, low effort, nothing. No words. Oh yeah. I was asked to work on the bolt gun game that came out for Warhammer, but I couldn't say yes to it because they would have required me to work there for 2 months full time. And that's not enough for me to quit my part-time job. So I couldn't say yes to it. And now the game's come out, and you'll have seen that like the pixel art animation-y cutscenes look like I could have done them. And that makes me actually, looking on the bright side, silver lining it, That makes me feel pretty good. That a big thing came out where I could have done the thing that it did. Yeah? So that's alright. And this is alright too. Go support Gekkoh and their music. And I hope you enjoyed watching it appear before your eyes. I hope you kind of enjoyed me speaking and saying not much. I hope you're doing alright. Carry on going. Enjoy YouTube. Enjoy scrolling around and finding stuff to consume while you create your own stuff. And together, maybe we will find the peace and fulfillment that we're all desperately craving. I'll see you soon.
諦めんなよ。諦めんなお前。どうしてそこでやめるんだ。そこでもう少し頑張ってみろよ。ダメ諦めたら周りのこと思えよ。応援してる人たちのこと思ってみろって。あともうちょっとのところなんだから。俺だってこのマイナス10度のところしじみが取れるって頑張ってんだよ。絶対やってみろ。必ず目標達成できる。だからこそネバーギブアップ。